Hey, my name is Jakayla. I'm 19. I'm in the process of starting my second business, A.O.K support. I started it in dedication of my best friend. I lost in February to suicide, and then the A.O.K is, just a reminder to everybody that no matter what you're going through, everything's gonna be A.O.K. My goal is to eventually start my own facility to help people for different therapies and different coping mechanisms for things that you may be going through. And a few topics that I do, want to eventually cover: bipolar disorder, anxiety, PTSD, different things along those lines. This here is Josiah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
But she's doing an amazing thing. Starting this program, like I say, and it takes a lot of courage. For one, to be able to realize, what people are lacking and what she lacks in herself and what I lack in myself, and for her to realize that and take it out and being able to create something for her people in her hometown and people that also go through things in different counties or different countries soon. You speak things in all positivity, and you speak positive over all things that she'll make it, and you continue to pray for her as she'll pray for you in her chat. And it's very important for you guys to continue to motivate her as she motivates you, and continue to give her courage and keep her up in strength, because it's not easy to entertain multitudes of people or a lot of people at one time when everybody has different problems. When everybody goes through different situations, she has to take the time of her day to figure out what's the best thing that she can do to help you. What's the best thing that she can come up with for a solution, and because it's not a day process. This is a lifelong process. You work on yourself till death. You work on yourself till you leave your flesh body. I talk a lot about this spirituality because this is how I'm very connected and how I come up, how I explain myself as Christianity. But it is very important that you guys realize these things that she's talking about, which, like she said, depression, anxiety, and she, briefly discusses these things, but she's going to get very deep into these things, and later on in weeks and months to come, she's going to come up with different things for you guys, and, she's going to be able to lift her people as she lifts herself. She's working on herself, and then she's also going to work on you guys.
And I definitely do want it to be, a consistent thing, a mutual thing where we do help each other. Because at the end of it all, we definitely all need somebody that we can depend on, that we can go to when we're needing somebody. Which is, part of the reason that I wanted to begin with the support group. Because if nothing else, you can start with knowing that you got somebody to go to, somebody to lean on, or that you have some type of support to, base everything off of.
Right, and it's important to realize your struggles, because you can't begin to do better in life if you can't even realize what you're going through, or if you can't decide to make a plan to get out of the certain situations that you're in. You go through these certain situations and you look for motivation, you look for help. Okay, that's perfectly fine, but if you're gonna get my help, can you listen to my help? If I'm going through a certain situation and I've gotten over and I've overachieved, or I've gotten over a certain issue and I'm able to give it back to you, I would hope that you respect me enough that you've already came to me, that you've taken my advice. If you're watching, this video, or you want a certain amount of advice that you come to me about, I would think that you would take that advice. It's very, very important that you listen to people that's willing to motivate you, that's willing to take time out of their day to elevate you, to put you on a higher, level than you are, your mindset. And, your mental health is far important. Once your mental goes, your physical. Other than that, I'm gonna pass it back to Jakayla. She's gonna give you a little testimony and whatnot.
So yeah, this is definitely something that was placed in my spirit. Definitely faith-based. It was something that came to me. I felt like I had multiple signs. It's something that I wanted to do since I was a kid. But like I said, it was something I felt like I had multiple signs and messages that I was running from a purpose, running from a higher calling that I definitely needed to acknowledge. So this is something that I want to do not only for, everybody else, but for myself, because I see where it's needed and I know what I have needed, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to be able to in turn give back where it's needed.
Right. This is, a very serious time. We have a lot of people that, we've lost, since 2020, 2019, since we graduated. We've lost people that we've loved. We've lost people. I've lost people personally, from my actual family that I've never, experienced. So it was the first time of a close death. And for her, I don't know if that's her first time of her first, closest. But, she lost a very close friend, and it took a toll on her life, on her mindset. It took a toll on, everything that she believes in. And it'll make you fumble your life. So, she had to get her life right. And it takes time. It takes people, a lot of progression. It takes a lot of courage. It takes leaders. It takes motivators. It takes people that you have to put around you, and it's important to have a positive atmosphere and a positive platform, and that's what she's bringing for you guys. She's bringing and creating a positive platform so that you guys can set yourselves up for success. And that's something that she's willing to do and willing to be open about, because it's not that easy to, get on camera and start expressing what, things that you went through and start, venting to people that you don't know well. But she wants to get to know you guys, so it's very important that, we all come together as one and take this matter serious. People are dying every day. By the minute, by the hour, by the day, by the week, by the month. We have a lot of people committing suicide, a lot of people making wrong decisions because they don't have that voice, that extra friend, that friend that will go out of their way to make sure that they're okay in the long run.
So I do definitely want this to be an opportunity for everybody to be able to access A.O.K support. I thank you all for being supportive and engaging thus far. I do want to keep you guys informed on new exciting plans that I do have, ideas that I have coming up. And I want you guys to stay in tune, stay in touch.